again, so last video or last whatever you saw, we were thinking about studying in Korea. We had decided on whatever school we were going to, whatever program we wanted to get into, and now that we found that, we are thinking about what is the next step, what do I need to prepare. So I will share about my school, Aju University, and again, you can look at the website. I go to what you call Aju Graduate School of International Studies. Aju Graduate School of International Studies. Every other university will have their website in English, but like the English website will always be less sophisticated than the Korean one. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But for anyone who's just thinking about studying in Korea, go to their website and find out what the schools have to offer. So yeah, in Aju specifically, we have it's a graduate school. It's a 2-year program for a master's degree, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, apparently 6 departments. I'm just seeing this now on the website. I only knew of 3 or 4. But yes, so there's no, I'm lying. This is not Aju. This is not Aju GSIS, which is where I study. It's Aju University as a whole graduate school. Let me look at our website, which I thought I was on, but I am not. 아주대학교 국제대학원. All right. Aju University Graduate School of International Studies. And you can go, again, please, when you don't know what to do, just explore. That's what I did. And I think if you learn to search, it will be very helpful for your life. Yeah. So when you go to academics, the tab usually it explains everything that's available at the university in terms of academics, what you can study, the programs that are available, maybe also the professors, the faculty, things like this. So again, I major in international development and cooperation, and so yep, that's where you can find information on scholarships, tuition, and stuff like this. But when you want to finally apply for the school, you're gonna go to the admission tab, and you will generally have these 2 options. One is for newly admitted students and one is for prospective students, which is everybody that's still thinking, right? So go and find the procedures. It's for Aju, but it's similar in every university. Even the questions, it's always about why you want to be here and what is your plan for the future, which is why I actually got rejected from my previous university. But anyways, yeah, so you can look at the guidelines. Usually it will be a submission of documents, and then if they choose you, then you will have to have an interview. And once you have the interview, if you're selected, then you will have you have to pay tuition. Once you pay tuition, they will send documents for you to apply for your visa. You get your visa, then you fly, and yay, you're in Korea. But all of that is actually, it's a very stressful process. But don't give up. You can do it, right? So application, there will always be an application form. And there will always be information on your background in terms of what's your identity, who are your parents, blah, 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 stuff like that. And then always helpful is a language certificate. So either TOEFL, or in Korea, we have something called TOEIC. And I guess ISRO, I do not know about language certification anymore, but IELTS and everything else. So you will need those. And then, okay, here's a list. Sorry, I was just wasting my time. First, you will go to the website. You will have to apply online before you send your documents. You make an account, you apply online, and then you have to submit your picture, passport picture, right? And pass, copy RC, pass, English test, so language, right? Either Korean or English for most schools, but my school, we speak English, right? So English proficiency test score, and yeah, then you have to provide your transcripts from high school, generally high school and bachelor's degree. I don't know if I provided my high school. No, I think I did only bachelor's degree, only bachelor's. So like your latest achievement in terms of education, you'll have to provide your transcripts for that. If you're from Madagascar or outside of Korea, most likely you have to provide an apostille. I don't know how it's pronounced. Apostille, but Madagascar doesn't have that. So instead, you will have to go to the first you'll have to translate your grades because they're in French, right? Then you will have to get it, what's the word? Testified? No. Accredited? No. Certified? Maybe. One of those. Notarized. You have to get it notarized from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, right? Notarization. Ministère des Affaires étrangères. Yeah, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And then you have to go to the Korean embassy to get it notarized. So for countries like Madagascar, where it's not in English nor in Korean, but in French and any other language, you will have to notarize your documents at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And then all your documents that are notarized from there, you're gonna bring it to the Korean embassy. From the Korean embassy, they will notarize it. And then you will have to submit that to the school. And once you submit this to the school will be like, all right, we got your documents. And then they screen your documents. And if they're like, yep, good applicant, then they will select you for a second round. And then they'll interview you. And maybe we can have another session discussion on what interviews look like in the future. But if you pass the interview, then yeah, they will send your documents and then proceed to visa. So, oh, the money. Yeah, I don't know if I need to say this, but yeah, actually there is an application fee for every other university. So say you don't want to put, like my dad says, don't put all your eggs in the same bag. But the number of bags that you put, that's gonna cost you money. So you can be either very confident and pay less, but take a bigger risk, or try to apply to different schools and see where it goes. But the application fee for GSIS, for example, in Aju was 100,000 won, so not too bad. Other places can go from 80 to 120, maybe 150. I don't know about Seoul. But yeah, so keep that in mind. It's gonna cost you that. And keep in mind, it will also cost you your FedEx or DHL or whatever mailing service you want to use. You probably don't want to go through like a regular Posta Malagasy because you don't know when it will get here and there's a deadline for everything. So yep, also consider that you will have to pay that fee. How much does it cost to send documents through FedEx to here generally?
About $100.
$100?
Yeah.
That's really expensive. No way. Okay, he said about $100. That's a lot. But okay. Somebody will have to confirm this. Just go to the closest area and ask them. But yeah, so that's the upfront cost and that's the application. I don't know if this was helpful at all, but hey, go to the website. Read it. But summary: application form, passport picture, transcript of your previous educational background. Some schools require recommendation letters actually from professors also, so you may want to get one. And language certificate. Oh, and diploma. So for Malagasy, again, you'll have to get all of this. Diploma, official copy, right? A lot of these documents, actually, one thing I forgot to mention, it's important to have original documents, meaning you can't just make a copy of something you have at home and then just submit that. They want the actual thing. So for diplomas, for example, you can't send them yours, right? So you have to go get your diploma, make a copy, get it like notarized, certified, and then again, put the foreign affairs, embassy, put everything together, send it. Yeah, there is a checklist on every school. Like once you try to apply, they will have a checklist, so you can just check that. But yeah, that's the application process. You're welcome. I don't know if that was helpful. All right. Thank you. Bye.